Phyllis Conmangar, do solemnly swear that my testimony that I have come to give to the TRC of Liberia is the truth, but nothing but the truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to welcome you to this forum of the TRC and thank you for taking up your valuable time to come in response to the citation of the Commission, to respond to whatever query we may have, and at the same time to share their experience in terms of the conflict period as well as explain your role. I think you know, after a prolonged period of conflict in our country, we decided to pursue the process of peace. And so the Patriotic peace agreement was signed, and all the parties agreed that we should pursue a TRC process so we can understand the truth of what happened, we can understand the root causes of the conflict, and then with all those understandings, we can find a way forward for lasting peace and reconciliation. So the Commission, having been established, and in view of what I've just said, decided to have the public hearings, which was mandated also by the law creating the TRC. The purpose of the hearing is for us to sit, like we normally do on our Palama, and we talk the issues. We discuss the problems. We find out what went wrong, so that together we can also receive recommendations on how to correct the wrong and to move forward. That is why we have called you based upon the information we have gathered in terms of your role during the conflict, and so you were invited to come and elaborate more on it, who you were and what you did during the period, and at the same time to advance recommendations that you have. So I want to say thanks for coming and you are welcome again.
Thank you.
Before we start, I want to introduce commissioners who are here present. It's possible that other commissioners will come during the proceedings. On the right flank of the panel is Commissioner Sila. Next to her is Commissioner Brambu. And immediate at my right is Commissioner Dede Dorope. And I am Chirum Voiglia. Before you go into speaking, I'd like to acquaint you with some information so that you provide us some background information and then hear some of the things that we have. It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. The name is Philip Conmangar.
Scott Conmangar.
Scott Conmangar.
SKY. Scott.
SKY?
Yes.
Oh, Scott. And the Conmangar is Komegar.
No. Capital CON.
CON.
MAN. GAR.
Conmangar.
Yes.
Philip Scott Conmangar. The name Janice Japper?
Yes.
Okay. Can you kindly tell us your date of birth?
July 26, 1964.
You are 26?
Yes.
So far, else can celebrate your birthday.
Yes.
1964.
Yes.
Okay. And that you were a member of the National Patriotic Front of Liberia?
Yes.
Why with the National Patriotic Front of Liberia you had any top position?
Yes.
Can you tell us, please?
Our Deputy Director for Operations for Leading Division.
For operation?
Yes.
Navy.
Navy.
Okay. And when did you join the NPFL?
July 1990.
1990. And you remained there up till
2003.
Thank you. Okay, amongst other things, when we went around the country, just wanted to hear what some of the victims have to say. They say that in the town that you ordered the killing of town chief Fine Flomo at Rankin Town. And there was a gang rape of an old lady named Pan in April 1996. And then residents of Grand Bassa were tortured and forced to work for you and your men. Then also that 4 civilians were killed, including Patrick Squad, Man Lopu, Wallow, and a baby in 1995 in Gadwalk Town, also under your command. And your men under your command also committed a lot of rape. There was a pastor named Lulu Bulanda who was married to death and he was forced to sit in a fire. His buttocks was burned. And houses at that time also were burned. To you, are your parents alive?
Yes, my mother's alive, my 3 sisters, 1 brother.
Okay. The name of your mother?
Huh?
Your mother's name, please?
Dingwe Bobma Conmangar.
Dingwe.
Yeah.
How do you spell that, please?
D-A-Y-W-E-R-A.
W-E-R-A. Dingwe. Okay.
Bijabo Bide.
The other one?
B, the middle is Conmangar.
Okay, B Conmangar. Okay, thank you. You said she's alive, right?
Yes.
Where does she live now?
Buchanan.
In Buchanan.
Yes.
Okay. So basically that's a sampling of what we have on records. In addition to when you give your testimony, then we will have questions to ask, commissioners to ask questions. And then we'll relate to other information. Thank you. If you can be as brief as possible. If you want to say something about yourself, you can also be with that. Thank you.
Thank you too. 1990, July 2nd. I left or did a part-time job in FBRC. I went to work as about 8:34. I had a grandson to ride a hero. At that time, living in the Portland community. After that, I started to back down nobody across. Instead of go back to my house for safety. I think a road map. There were no car to come to ride it. So while coming, I tried to cut a shortcut to New Zones area to get to Portland. They were tracked down by NPFL. One was 2 alarms human rights, another one principal pay. They told me to put my hand out and I did. After that, they told me to sit on the ground and I did. I leave with them for 3 days. They only decided that they were going to rest in Kakatan. I left and went along with them because they can't leave me there. I went to Kakatan. I was planning to leave and go to my mother. But she told me plainly that my mom cannot travel. So, he did not allow me to travel. In that process, the people decided to recruit. They say, you young man, if you don't join the force, then your life will be at risk. So, I went on BTA Campbell, they were doing recruitment, proceed to Conmangar base, they were a team on my little training for. After staying there, one of the tour pronounced a graduate, the Senate product. There were 14 were going on in Grand G there. So he needed 62 men. And I was part of that 62 men. When we reached Conmangar, we had a breakdown in front of the police station. The police commander had killed him at that time. He took off for the reach to the lake and not to get their pass. He would come and take off for shelter and food. I went there. He gave off food. He stayed there for 3, 4, 5 days. Then he came out. He don't have the full-line soldiers to be bodyguard to him. So he rattled to 215 men to be his bodyguard. And I was selected at 10 men in a 15 men. I stayed in Banga as bodyguard until 1991 December. We never hit the K1 era. He called a formation that I am going on a TDY, a letter one. I stayed there for some months. I will be called back to Banga. There where I was until Patriotic. He sent me down for the Patriotic on the TDY. While we were there, we were caught up. While no more kids to Kakata and also help them catch up and catching tree. There was no way, so we made way through by the way Division 31 to get a Jacob and get a Grand Bassa. And I went through. We entered Grand Bassa. They organized. They had a native division at that time, but I was not part of it because on the TDY. Yeah. Temporary duty of the year. TDY. Yeah. So they don't reorganize, they reorganize the Navy. And it's time to be to that foreman. There where I was until 1993 for tour. I was surprised that there's a good passing through reverses when the sound they were using OK t-shirt. When Stando, Commander at that time was Ubudene. We carried up a Roma, we reached Jakarta, there were pick up car to go to RTR. We enter RTR, one bus, one people were there. We got on board. That's what I can remember on Sunday night. Start rolling. Monday morning, we entered somewhere around called POPC Junction. We met a fellow who called himself Sakimea. Told me that there's an ambush in front. They ambushed Lake Nelson and the truck. But I don't know where everybody is, kill everybody, just trying to escape. So we tried to get on board. He said he would not go because he had afraid. So before reaching the town called Summertown, we get down, take the road mark to get to Great Bay Farm. Surely indeed we went at the trucks were all sat down and burned. A lot of bodies were all around. From that point, I said that armed groups only they use the chapel to put on the wall, LPC, Liberia P Council. We walk until reaching to the junction that going to Lexington. We met a pickup ambush, but one body was lined inside the pickup. From there we take long walk the door. We get back on car. We reach the plain site. We reach the plain site. We saw the PC writing all over. We left in a car. We entered Greenville to Pool River. We entered there. We asked the people were studying around. We asked them what is just an armed group, and I said we get here, feel firing here. We don't know what else. The front group entered here. We left in the people. We went to the administrative building. We left the boss of the administrative building. We were returning to the nursing house. In our process, the attacker in our process just turn around, coming down, come back to plain sight. From that point, the PC war started in our region. I lived there from 93 to 94 March. They called me to crying Bassa that my own arrow had been falling. So I should come back. I went. I reached there on the 15th of March 2004. And that's how I was in SK1. I lived there 94, 95 ending. I left. I went to Banga. They sent a new commander there at that time. Why I see Solomon Moses, the late, known as Red Devil Father. I left out in Banga 96. I lived in Banga until March. I came down for treatment. I came Monrovia for treatment. The process broke up. After the process, I went back Banga, I was stationed there. After the election, I came down to Monrovia. When I came, there was no job. Then I received a call from Dr. Roland Massacre that he had a security fund I should go and control. And I was coordinator for the security fund. We won a contract with Trader Down Cartridge. Then I went, they sent me to Cartridge. I was there for 2 months. The doctor called me back to Monrovia. I lived here 98. 99 was broke up. 2000 March there I got employed in the port as assistant director for operations to the security department. 2001, April, Lord Fosse captured Brahma. So I was ordered by the president to go along with my commander, Roland. Then we went to USC. When they launched attack on the enemy forces in Baton. We met, the need I met to Baton were wild dogs and Palawan fools. From that point, we repelled them in advance of Yalahoon. I came back to Monrovia. After that, they sent me back to go to fight in Foya. Then I entered Foya. I stayed there until the war entered Monrovia. Jackie ordered us to walk out of Foya and come back. The king sent me to Stockton Creek Bridge, there where I was, until the war ended.
You finished? Are you done?
Huh?
Are you through?
Yeah, it's true, but I have my, after the question, I have the conclusion.
Oh, okay. So thank you. Before commissioners ask, want to ask one or two preliminary questions. Did you participate in the DDR program?
I went for symbolic disarmament. By that time, they asked us to take all our arms over, and we gave it to our commander at that time, Roland Duo. He stopped fighting and continued and turn it over to. But we never stay in line to say turn arm over. Our arms stop back. They continue.
So basically, like you say, it was just symbolic.
Symbolic disarmament.
What's about the orientation and reintegration program?
They gave me an article for the east of our running here, a lot of area here, somewhere around from Crown Hill to YNC. One or two courses because I let her do the training. So I want to go add my training of reaching there, the east of the election of my article or story. That you know, traces control. I read somebody upon it already as far as from you. So in the policy, according to the area here on the Ghana base, the Conmangar area here. I went there to find out, told me that there were some were on it already, or you were making, but they don't chasing it, the person and go far in it. So I decided this week.
So you didn't go through any of the training programs?
Training program? No. I did have training in myself. I learned some things. I learned before the war, and after the war, I learned other things on my own.
During this conflict period, was there any other Chinese Jabber?
Besides the Chinese Jabber, any other Chinese Jabbers go, they use my name, but I am the only one.
You're the only Chinese Jabber?
Yes, because when they go, they will use me to complete their name.
So how long did you stay in Grand Bassa conflict?
I stayed in Grand Bassa after when I came back 94 March. I stayed there 94 March to 95. I left because I had the same different command at that time.
Well, you never went back there?
No.
You mentioned who then is being your commander?
Yes.
Yeah, special unit?
No, only Navy.
Only the Navy?
Yeah, he was controlling Navy after Kuku, then they brought in the lake. They brought in the lake Johnson Liam. Or later on, they brought in General Tui. He stayed there until the war ended.
Okay. With the NPFL from 1990 to 2003. That's 13 years. And you were in Grand Bassa County between 94 and 95. Are there specific areas of Grand Bassa that you operated?
Yes, compound number 3 district.
Compound number 3 district?
Yeah.
Is that all?
So, number 3 got, I think, lack in number 4.
Lack in number 4.
So, the other is like my operation in lack. That's the one.
So, I guess you know Gadwata, right? Gadwata.
Gadwata knows Gadwata.
Okay. I will ask one last question before commissioners. During the period of your association with the NPFL, was there ever a time where you witnessed human rights violations against civilians, or where you ordered such violations, or where you participated in any such violation in any form against any civilian?
On my part.
On your part, whether you saw it on another person's part, or you gave the orders and your men did it, or you were part of a group, you were ordered to do it?
On my part, no, absolutely no.
And you didn't see anything like that in the 13 years you associated?
13 years, if from the start, see people don't mind handle people at that time. On my part, and because I was as commander, did the 2-8, others on my side, but I inform him, and I see him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness. You talk about the training.
Yes.
Who recruited you in the first place? What's the name of the recruiting officer? The person who took you and carried on the training base, what's the person's name?
No.
Did you volunteer?
I left, I went, after that, he told me that when I go walking around alone, when I joined the force of my leg will be arrested, so I decided one base. Nobody carried me there.
You carry yourself?
Sure.
Who was the training officer?
Training commander, I signed John Mianzo.
What's the name again?
John Mianzo.
John Mianzo.
Yeah. And one, John Town.
On the training base?
On the training base.
Can you tell us about the age group that were there? The kind of people, whether they have big ages, when they had children. Can you tell us?
No, that's not. I've been born there, they're not forced, no borders going on there when we enter that base. Everybody according to the border and our beer men from the age of from 20 up. Yes.
Okay. Now,
I hear you. See what I know.
Yeah, just coming. Ever say he just coming? Yeah, but what you say, I'm recording him. Yeah. Before you cross it on the camera, you gotta push you back.
Never auto rate, I never rate anybody because I there with the bow. To the bow, there was 5 man walk. Because when you are raped, you rape, you loot against the will of God. The second the power, where God told Saul to go and damage Amalek area, and Saul refused, said he would kill every innocent down to the chicken up. Saul when he never did it. For that reason, God took the leadership from Saul. Besides that, in the battle, I never take part in it, because if I do against my will, I will not. I will go to the phone. When I go to the phone, something against you, something will happen to me. I never take part in it.
But the people in the channel have a lot of allegations against individuals.
Yeah.
So how can you?
Yeah, but I want to say, whosoever in the kingdom have allegation, I first went to the TRC and went to the parent board. I told them, said, whosoever got allegation against him, you should come to the board or to sit down face to face and talk. I challenge and say that nobody ever go there, nobody ever come to me and say, so people has come to they say you do so things with them. I challenge the 3 areas I take part in: Sando, Grand Bassa, and Lofa, the FOIA especially.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hear you.
Thank you so much for coming to participate and share your experiences with us.
Yes.
When the chairman started, he read out certain allegations that were made against you. We've traveled around the 15 counties, and especially in the Bassa area, your name was most prominent there. Challenge Gapa came up over and over and over. And this is the reason why we keep asking you, at no time did you commit any atrocities. Because the process here is that people come here with the willing heart to come and make wrongdoings. And so if you are saying on an oath today, the oath that you took there, the Bible, you put your hand on, and you did that, we are not judges. But we ask you once again, were you ever in Racket Town? Racket Town, Bassa. Were you ever there? I'm asking you a question.
But I read there.
Do you know Racket Town?
I know Racket Town. I've stayed in that town.
How long did you stay in that town?
I never stationed in Racket Town.
Or you know
I was stationed in Antwerp Town.
I say what?
Antwerp Town. At that time was 1995. 1995, I was in Antwerp Town.
Were you in that vicinity up to 1996?
No, I left before.
You left, where did you go?
I left, I went to Banga. I was in Banga. Then I was there until I in Banga. I left, I went Banga 1996 and January. 1996 January.
In Racket Town, you said you know the area, you went there.
I know that.
You went there. I asked once again, how long did you stay there? Not as stationed there, but when you went there, how long did you stay in that town?
When in Grand Bassa 1995, no surveillance was levied to Racket Town. It was a battlefront area.
And how long did you do battle there?
I battled there from 1995. They used to come, I know the forces used to come from Bassa. It was stationed Bassa, they used to leave from Bassa and attack up to Antwerp Town. So between that, I was from land. No surveillance was levied there.
So how long did you fight in that area?
From 1995. From 1995, ceasefire came. They said they had a ceasefire 1995, either November area, I can November times, I can remember. Then I left. Then in January 1995, 1996, January I left. I went Banga. 1996 rather, 21 rather.
And so you are stationed in Isaac
Town, yes. There I was
Do
stationed.
you know Gadwa Town?
I know Gadwa Town.
And you stayed there also, you were
No,
in
no.
that area also?
I was stationed only on the phone landscape of on I was behind me. I to read it.
And your mother, where was she during the war?
My mother first, my mother in Ghana, 1995.
Who took her there? You took her there?
I took her there 1994 when FPC overrun the whole of Grand Bassa.
Okay.
I took a part of it, excuse me, apart by the way two, I came my mother, my father in 1995 in where Ganta, there was mother was.
Okay. Before the war, where was she?
Before the war?
Yeah.
My mother in Grand Bassa.
Where in Grand
In the
Bassa?
village,
Where in Grand Bassa? Which village?
the village, Carton, Rally Road.
Okay. And then you took her from there and carried her to any other place in Grand Bassa?
Yes, I took my mother. After that, when the enemy advanced, when I left the phone, I met my mother to Blamontown. From Blamontown to from our Racketon, you talk about just this short area to my mother was there.
Okay. In which district? In which district?
That district should be number 3
Okay.
B.
Okay. You left her with anybody to take care of her while you were fighting?
My sisters, my younger sister was there, my mother was there, and my younger sister, my father was there, along with my immediate command, one Abu. And usually he didn't want you to take care of my mother.
You said that when you were about to leave, you wanted to leave the country and go out of the country. And your mother said no in 1990 when the fighting started.
Never tell anybody that.
Okay, just repeat what you said.
I said,
just before you joined.
Yeah, before I joined, I said I was working, I was doing a part-time job at LDRC. After that, when I got tracked down by NPFL, I decided to go to my mother's place. But a young man who captured me told me that when we want trouble, my left arrest. They were stated.
So you never tried to leave the country?
No.
And your mother never refused for you to leave?
No.
Because I remember you saying you were tortured by those 2 men for 3 days, and after 3 days they left you. You said you were tortured by 2 men.
No, not tortured. I was captured.
Captured? And
yes.
What did they do to you? What did they do to you?
No. When after they told me that I would put my hand up, after I put my hand down and sit on the ground and came and release them, they will all they tell me to follow them and go. I don't want to lie to them, want to go, protect me in this war. He carried me to the base, or on the base. From there, after 5 days later, we went to Kakata. That I decided to go to my mother. But he told me, please, when we want trouble.
Your mother told you not to?
No. The fellow, the human right, the two gentlemen, one is called him Joe, fighting me human right. He told me that when I travel, I left involved.
Okay, so the 2 men, one is A and one is Joe?
No, and one is Principal P.
Principal P?
Yes. The Joe, the allies as human rights.
And then the other one you are?
Joe, allies, human rights.
Okay, thank you so much for your participation.
Okay, we want to tell you thank you. And before you leave, I'd like us to talk a little bit about the Navy Division. You joined the Navy Division in 1994, you said?
Yes.
And since 1994, did you serve with any other unit of the NPFL?
No.
So you've been with the Navy Division from 94 straight up to 2003?
Yes.
What was the function of the Navy Division?
Navy Division, the former 14 folks were there, the Civil War, and initially the former presidents, other our commanders sent it through that to rebel the enemy.
It's just a fighting force.
Yes.
And anywhere there is war,
Yes.
enemies are, they send you, and you go and repel
Yes.
the enemies.
Yes.
Zero.
From the way you say, I guess the Navy was always successful.
Huh?
I say, I guess the Navy was always successful.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Within the Navy Division, you had other smaller units.
Smaller unit. The small unit is when you got the whole good. Somebody say, I get the other unit, I get other unit, which means that unit. The objective made it work. That when we enter for you, we had the whole Navy was there. But based on to set people, to send people ambush, everybody found that one when the town reach, we go there. There are no town reach, we let us spend 2 days there. After 2 days, a lot of people go there. So everybody found that units have a town, the period and Conyers.
In all those years, during the fighting and all of that, were you people ever paid? Were you ever paid?
What I paid?
When they pay you money, you have salaries?
No, there were no salaries. Meaning, July says of big day becoming, they get every stuff and all. There were no pay.
So how you survive as a
I survived
force?
because I was working in a port at that time.
When did you start working in the port?
2000 March 3rd.
2000 March 3rd.
Yeah.
So from 1990 to 1990 to 2000 January.
Okay, from 1990, when I entered in Banga, after the president told, the vice president told me not be with him, I put in for next year. I was doing tailoring. I'm a tailor professional. I've been tailoring in Banga.
You're doing tailoring at the same time you're on the front?
No.
But during the time, even for 1 month,
Huh?
during the time you're on the front,
Yeah.
during the time there were serious battles.
Sure, but
1990, 1991, UDIMO came in 1992, LPC came in 1993, several ambushes and all of that.
Yeah.
How did you survive?
They sent the supply, the former president supply rest.
So the forces were supplied
Yeah.
with rice.
Supply. He used to supply the corner
With rice.
with rice.
So you cook the rice and eat the dry rice.
He sang sometimes he used to supply backbooks or cup. He sang it when very battering because he went from nobody to lead it from. So he used to buy one and sing it.
You used to buy what goods?
Cook good.
Huh?
Yeah, during real battles to send the food.
Yeah, he sang food to the front.
Okay.
While battering.
During your training, were you trained to use firearm?
I trained to use firearm.
So what weapon did you use during?
The training on AK, I use G&D, and I use LR.
You GMG and you use LAR. Are those the only weapons you use?
Huh?
Are those the only weapons you use?
Yes, that weapon I use.
You had any rank?
Yes, they gave me, I was a Major General.
That's the only rank you have.
Huh?
Is that the only rank you have?
Under the rank, he started onto the war society.
So how many men were under your command? I'll send them one point in time.
No, when my command, when I taking, when I having 600 men on my command.
In Foya, you have 600 men.
Yeah.
What's about in Bassa?
in Bassa, no, this we were not planted, so I have less than 200. That's 200.
In Grand Bassa?
In Grand Bassa.
Did you have a whole territory under your control or you?
No. Okay, from Slivington, and no area now under my control. The PC occupied from Conmangar Street to Bassa.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you have from Conmangar straight to Conmangar?
From Conmangar to the Bassa FPC area.
Okay.
Then from the place what they call Jalatan. From Jalatan all the way to St. John, the sphere of country.
Okay, so during this period, let's go to look back for you. You had 600 men. And during that time, from what your earlier statement you made, it means that you had all 600 men under control. You received no complaint from the people living in the area. They didn't take people goods from them. They didn't harass anybody. They didn't loot. They didn't kill. They didn't rape anybody.
In Foya, especially in Foya, right?
Yeah, talk about Foya.
Okay, in Foya, when that entered there, no, so you know, we're not in the town, we start fighting law. After Jesus, the Gisi fellow by his name, David Komodo, because he's a gift of a woman. When we enter after catching Foya, he told me clearly that my people in the village, in the bush, I will go look for them. Again, they walk at that time, we were always the border and the Soma, apart at the river bank, Makona River. We occupy our place, then we occupy from Foya all the way to Playboy, Panino, our demarcation, our area of control. But everybody in that area gives them majority, and of course, so thoroughly. And the rest of the people, the Bani people, they can't come to the Gizipio area because the Bani, the Gizi, the one in Gura, so they cross on our side of Kola area.
What year was that?
Huh?
What year was that?
I entered the 2002.
And how long you were there?
2000 to 2003. 2000 to 2003, there are walk or they call us.
So during that entire period, nobody was in Foya district?
No, alas, everybody live on the various villages.
And they returned?
They push. The telecom man I'm talking about, he say, no, why people are so in the bush between the people. Then from that point, they send them to Borough area, so they got the town there. So there were most of the stuff now are living but in Foya. When you see any woman in Foya there, then which me attached to a fighter.
Okay, the women were attached
To a fighter, which me the fiancé or something.
meaning the fighter didn't force any of them.
No.
They came voluntarily. So only women were in the town.
Huh?
So only women were in the town. Your men didn't, on the poor ran, your men didn't loot any of their properties, nothing like that.
No. When I enters over there, there's a no. Only thing I know about is just after we hit Kolahun, we enter Kolahun, we catch up Kolahun, we spend September 30th, catch up Kolahun, September, October. In this October, when they come to attacking, most of the citizens that were there, just as they can't stay there, they went with us, they wanted to go. So there's a one public called Amma. I tell him, you organize more people to be there, that area. That told them, say, any attack, when they attack the town here, I showed them the area, what they go across to solve the area. That's how we're laying there. But the people there allowed to catch us and pull out.
So in Bassa, you had 200 men under your control.
Where? In Bassa?
Yeah.
Less than.
Okay, less than 200.
Yes.
And in those areas you operated, you didn't receive any complaints about your men. You didn't hear of them doing anything out of the way.
You know, I received a complaint. One acid guy. That means I think he was a town chief by the name. You know, one Zero. I can remember.
What is it?
Zero.
Zero?
Yeah, they brought a complaint of he charged the man here.
Now, which town is that?
Behind the same Gabba town they talk about.
Behind Gagos town?
Yeah, somewhere around there, I don't know town, something, one town there.
What was the complaint?
He came that one acid chapping.
Acid? What of your men?
Chapping. So, but when he charged the fellow and that town chief, he left and went straight to the front.
Go ahead.
He went to the front. After they asked the government, then they brought a complaint. In fact, the Jesuit, I say any Jesuit, man, the one is somewhere with me too, or put them on with me.
And what happened to that complaint?
The complaint, he answered them. From there, I was insulted him. Because from down there to Bon, it's not far, across Clinton. So myself left, I went to the front to look for him. I asked him, I said, well, yeah, spent 2 days, but later he said, we're going back to send that town. Never see acid again until I left that area. The acid got with me.
During the same time you were in that area, can you remember a court martial that some members of NPFL were court-martialed for harassing and ill-treating the civilians? They were tried and then executed publicly in that area.
In that same area?
In that same area, the Kasaka group, we call them.
No. In that town, I was not there. I was not there.
But you heard about it?
I heard about it. I was in Sondo.
What did you hear about the Kasaka group?
They told me, said the people open promise and promise with me God and I don't want help. And they pull my children, they execute them, but I was not there.
And they were all NPFL people?
That NPFL people.
But initially you said you haven't heard anything, you haven't seen anything.
Huh?
Initially you said you...
No, the problem is if I be there, when you ask me, I will answer, but at that time, I was not there, I was in Sando.
Do you know Michael Davis?
I know Michael Davis.
Sonny Gadiago.
I know him.
Did you all operate together about the same time in Gadiago's town?
In what we operate together in Gadiago's town?
Yeah.
I knew Michael to be a radio operator, the launch radio operator. Or if he leave the radio, because I initially based the phone, and when you leave the radio station and go to Galgota, I don't know anything about it.
Where was his station, his base of operation?
Where
was he stationed?
The station one, the small city behind me, I know the call the play. But because one small town from Bassa Antwerp town, there it was stationed because they will get a base radio.
So you're stationed in a small town behind you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the leadership of the Navy Division. You said the first person was Kuku Dennis? The first commander of the Navy was Kuku Dennis?
The one I met on ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuku Dennis.
And after Kuku Dennis?
They reinstated the late Johnson B. Lehman.
So Lehman was reinstated. After him?
Roland G. Duo.
After Roland Duo?
No.
He was the last.
He was the last.
So you were only assigned with the Marine Division, I mean with the Navy Division.
Navy.
You had no assignment with Marine.
No.
You had no assignment with the Army.
And then no desire let the vice president of the king at the first unit and quit myself from that unit. And got no different unit I not be there with the 2013 and seafire.
So at the Freeport you were assistant director for Seaport Police?
Sure.
Are you still there?
No.
When did you leave?
I left the downsized me in 2006 in June.
The downsized you?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Conmangar, thank you very much for coming. We have heard your responses. We are satisfied that you have come and you spoke very freely to the Commission. Is there anything else you'd like to say before you leave?
Yeah, I got mine. Sometime we have when rebellion force enter any country.
What kind of force?
Rebellion. They enter any country. We should know that there will be what? Nowhere in the world there will be a mass killing, mass destruction. Okay.
I didn't understand. You see when a rebel force enters?
Yes, in a country.
In a country.
Yeah.
There will be mass killing.
Mass killing
and mass destruction.
And I know that every Liberians, whether in or out, they play part in this whole conflict.
So you're saying also that in Liberia there was mass killing and mass destruction?
Destruction, yeah, I think mass killing, mass destruction. From now,
let me ask you then, so who did the mass killing and the mass destruction?
the rapper he turned around, he killed.
I said, oh, the mission did it by itself?
No, the fighting force.
Oh, the fighting forces?
Yes.
They
Because
it
happened, listen, Commissioner, it happened when Law entered to the hotel, he turned a matter gun in his place there. He dropped all what the people
so in other words, you're saying the fighting forces committed mass destruction and mass...
Yeah, those who brought it there, you don't want me.
Those who brought what? The fighting forces, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, after that, in every life, I know every Liberian take part in this world as a whether you are ordered in. Even though you are not take that bond to fight physically, but by wars you fight the war. Because you will be tracked down by rebel. You talk something against the government force. When you are on the government side, you have to talk something against the rebel force.
Okay, so there are two things you have said. That there were mass destruction and there were mass killing. And that every Liberian participated in the war one way or another. Whether you held arms or not, or whether you're in America or in Liberia. Do you agree to that there were victims of the war?
Yes.
You agree there were victims?
The victims of the war.
There were children whose parents died during the war.
Children died in the war.
There were civilians who were killed. Even though they didn't hold arms.
They did not hold arms.
There were women who were raped.
Women were raped.
There were towns that were burned.
Towns were burned. And about discussion?
Yeah. Okay.
What I mean we made from the point the rest of the people know all the problems start here that the educated people brought this problem. In the interior, no man leave the morning when they go on the pantry, to go tap the pan one, you can't go look at his private account, you not talk over no power. But those who educated didn't want to call the problem in Liberia until the mass discussion, the marketing went on.
Who you call educated people?
Those who brought the war. Because you don't go sit on the table and chat with a morning man or millionaire to gain arm and stand in the republic.
So if you, for somebody who cannot read and write, and you brought a war, then you're educated.
Yeah?
I asked you who you consider educated people. You said those who brought the war.
Yeah.
So everybody who brought the war are educated people.
They are educated people. Because
can you name some?
No. You, it's a well we need some.
If you can name some, I'll teach you. If you can name some of them.
One person I know that war, I'm a leader who in the case. Because he wanted to educate them who brought the war in the republic. After that, only factions start coming in.
What's about your commanders? They weren't educated? What's about your commanders?
And say the commander?
Your commanders, were they educated people?
Oh. Whether they were educated, yes, but before then, somebody take it from the top and bring it down to the commander.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you finish? You got any recommendation? What should happen to the educated people?
No, the only recommendation is who I have mentioned it, they should come and do that conversation from there. They apologize to the Liberian people because now one way or other you don't look at somebody and fire them, but when you jump and fire a bullet, the bullet is not know. That's what I say. According to the King of Brian, the bullet cannot pick and choose. You know what the bullet going. So in the case, innocent people, maybe the 44 you requesting the attack in the morning hour and the afternoon hour, surveillance there you attack them. The bullet that comes from your point chimneys is going straight to the surveillance. You don't know. So we all would have played parts in this war. We should come to the TRC and explain our parts, what we play. Thank you.
And if they don't come?
I told her that TRC had a conclusion.
and you think that what you came here to do today is confession on your part, just as you said here today that on your own, you yourself, you never saw anyone being killed, you never saw
excuse me, when it says on have been killed, I will not reason with you, madam. People have been killed while fighting, all the land down, armed men, the chinking fire, they killed. So when I say, if I see people killed, I'm lying to you.
But you said it.
No. I said, listen to me well. I said that I never killed a civilian that somebody, what I want to say, get it into the cheek. No, I never did it. But when I fight, because the bullet cannot pick and choose, I want to stick it. Don't say I will.
We asked you here today whether you participated or you saw mass group of civilians being killed. You said no. For you, if it happened in different place, that one you know about it.
That's what I said.
But for yourself to see it or to do it,
no.
You said it.
Yeah.
And so I ask my question now. Even before I asked, I came and took oath, and you say you didn't do anything. Do you consider what you've done here today as confession to the TRS?
Confession.
You say the Honorable Maka confessed who did Babati. And for you do that.
I played part in the war.
You play part in the war.
I played part in the war.
What responsibility do you think you can take now?
And I told
someone who took part in it.
Yeah, I told you how I play my part. I show you, explain everything bit by bit. And I went so far as say the evil thing for the past. Whosoever that say I'm maltreated because they know me. When they know me, when I'm maltreated, they should come. I'm not too big to say I'm sorry. When we sit down, we talk. When I say I ask them whether you know me, I will do this, I will rape you, I will do this, something to you. They will say yes, that you. Because people may use my knee, their knee, against it. Somebody from labor can take the knee, they go defend them, they do that thing, say I'm general challenge about. It will happen.
But we ask you whether you were the only Chinese that
as the only Chinese about somebody operation meeting, and you man go care can contest them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You can leave with our thanks.